What is the very first slot channel you ever watched?
Lady Luck HQ, or it was Brian Christopher. I want to say that was one of the two that I first started watching. And
Okay.
then I learned about SD Guy after that. And then I learned about NG. And NG is hubby's favorite. He
Oh,
loves watching
really?
NG. Loves, loves, loves
So,
him.
so your first channels were Lady Luck HQ that you watched,
Yes.
and SD Guy, Brian Christopher, and then NG.
Yes.
What gave you the inkling to start your channel?
I've been gambling since I was 18. I could have been doing this 13 years ago because obviously YouTube has been around for forever. Why am I just now doing it? Like hubby and I have been gambling. He never went gambling before me. And then we went one day and I used to gamble strictly at Morongo for the longest time. And then I would go to Sabova because Morongo is actually 18 and over.
Yeah.
So that one was really nice because I remember going and I remember very distinctly, I didn't go gamble on my own. A friend of mine that I was working with took me to Morongo and I won like $700 on a quick hit machine. And I was immediately like, oh, I really, really like this. I always loved the sound of the slot machines because I grew up almost in Vegas. Like every year we would go to Vegas for sweeps because my family is a huge bowling family. Obviously, we're bowlers. So we would go to Sam's Town every year, and I loved the sound of the coins. So it just kind of led into the idea of I could have already been doing this. Why haven't I done it? And then I started doing it, and I realized, oh, okay, I realized why a lot of people probably don't do this because it's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it: the thumbnails, the pictures, the live streams, the videos, consistently posting, creating new content. Well, the
Exactly.
money, of course, that's the biggest thing there. But it's been the funnest journey and obviously made so many amazing friendships and so many connections and just met so many different people across the country that you just I look at back at like Gambling Granny posted something this morning of her and Dice back in I think 2013, and I went, how many times have I been to Vegas? And I guarantee you all of these people here have been to Vegas and we've probably been there at the same time and we never ran into each other because we didn't have that connection. And now we
Exactly.
do. And that's amazing.
What has been the most discouraging thing for you?
I would say probably the most discouraging thing is just not being able to get the wins. Like you would think. And I think that's the hardest part about YouTube. And I know I've seen so many people comment where they go, I love when people show the losses or they show, whatever it is. And I think watching other people's channels and you see these big wins like Hot Mess, or you see like the bigger channels, Lady Luck or Brian Christopher or whoever it is, even Mr. Handpay, brand new to the scene. I think that's
Source.
probably that. And then I think the other part of it is that I did it backwards according to everybody. I got the subs, but the hours, I didn't realize that it was going to take that long. And it didn't seem like it was a crazy amount, but yet here we are. We've had our channel. The 27th will actually be 2 years. So right
Wow.
after Vegas will be 2 years that since we created the channel. But it didn't help, obviously, that COVID hit right when we started the channel. It was, yes, dedicated watchers, being able to have people who consistently want to see you. And I think touching back to your last interview with the gambler is being able to make that connection. I wasn't doing that at first. I was just posting videos and I thought that's what people wanted. And then I finally did like the interview with the gambler and he gave me so much good information. And honestly, I think that has been the biggest key point in my channel growing is
Yeah.
after I met up with him. He, basically just said to me, people don't want to be connected to a screen. They don't want to be connected to a machine. They want to be connected to a person. And so
Exactly.
therefore you have to put yourself in those videos, put the dogs, put your
Hey,
family, put, whatever it is that you want to put in there, but make it so that you're a person to people. You're not just a slot channel. And that I
exactly.
think is, yeah,
What would you do different if you had to start your channel today?
definitely a tripod. Definitely, because I've noticed in the videos from the early videos, I definitely think I would have invested a little bit more in like being able to do the intros, kind of like what we have now, and things like that. Being able to know the thumbnails. Yes, that's again, the tripod, because I know for a fact so many people get motion sickness, and so many people, and the tripod helps when you're trying to sit here and hold your phone like I'm doing right now. So we're setting up the tripod.
What advice would you give somebody that's starting their channel out today?
I would definitely say make friends with the community, because that's the other portion that I think I messed up on. Is I started my channel, but I wasn't connected with anybody. I was just watching other big channels, and I wasn't in live chats, I wasn't in the group polls, I wasn't involved in anything. And I think that honestly hurt me, because I didn't have, people like yourself, like Slot Sister, exactly like the Gamble After Dark said. I didn't have those people who were willing to help and support and give advice. And so I think making those connections with people, that is super key to growing. And again, at the end of the day, even if, let's just say, I think you said it the other day, if the channel turned off tomorrow, you're still going to gamble. But guess what? Now if I want to go gamble at Saquon, or if I want to go gamble at Harrah's, or if I'm going to go to Vegas, I can message all of these people and let them know, hey, we're going here, we're going there, whatever it is. And that is so much fun, because I'll tell you this, I don't have a lot of people in my life who love to do what I love to do, and that's gamble. So
Everybody
to
here does.
have
Everybody here does.
so to have this group of people is absolutely amazing. It's one of the best things that I've had probably in the past couple of years. Obviously, I have my best friends. I have my friends that I love, but they don't necessarily want to do what I want to do, or you know what I mean? And that's fine. But to have people that enjoy that means so much.
What would you consider yourself? Good girl, bad girl, or naughty girl?
I'm going to go with a neutral girl.
She's a little bit of column A, column B,
There
column
you
C.
go.
So how would you describe Brandon? Bad boy, good boy, or naughty boy?
Again, I'm going to go with all three columns.
Okay, you're
That's what
gonna.
makes us work.
Yeah, exactly. We're buffets. We got it all.
What is your biggest moment in life?
I mean, getting married was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It was a huge moment, but my biggest moment, like, are you like talking just me, or are we talking us, or
No.
there's a difference. Oh gosh. Look
Hey,
at
Rhino,
him.
ask me the same question.
Okay, Brandon, what was your biggest moment in life?
Getting married.
Having Audrey. No, don't start.
What was
Yeah.
your biggest setback in life?
Ooh,
Getting married.
so mean. Honestly, I would say graduating college, only just for career wise. I graduated college and then I didn't do anything with it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't move on from it. I didn't continue. I didn't use it for anything. And I think that may have just kind of stunted opportunities for me. And I could go back, but at this point, it's kind of like, ugh.
Who's the better bowler, you or Brandon?
Oh, me, for sure.
Geez.
Really?
That's easy. Oh, yeah, no. I've been bowling since I was like 9.
Okay, who spends more time online, you, Brandon, or your daughter?
Oh,
Wow.
that's a good one. Ooh.
Well, she's got school, so.
Yeah, no, I'm like, a lot of her stuff is online for school, but I would say it might be a tie, because I spend a lot of time online. I have constantly like things pulled up and other things going. Yeah.
On that note, where did you guys meet?
At Applebee's, actually. So now we're gonna get into the body wash story. Oh Lord. It was a body. So I was working at Applebee's. I was the bartender. He came in, and
I was an alcoholic. I came in and
got some drinks, hung out, whatever. We had a conversation and came to find out we both grew up in the same background. So my mom, my stepdad, and a few of my other family members are Jehovah's Witnesses. So I technically grew up as a Jehovah's Witness from the time I was like 4 or 5. Hubby's entire family is Jehovah's Witnesses. So us two are the only ones who've never actually been baptized in that. And so we kind of clicked between that. We made that connection in between that factor. And then from there, I was actually dating somebody else at the time when hubby and I met. And then about 2 years later, probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years later, then that's when things actually happened. I broke up with my ex. we started talking. We went on a couple dates, and then it went over from there.
How many times do you have to tell the other person to do something that they don't want to do? Uh-oh.
I have to tell him 17 million times to do something. And then he asks me to do something, and I do it.
Who is the one that always apologizes first?
Oh, so him. I am stubborn as hell.
She doesn't apologize at all.
Rude. I apologize sometimes. I'm never wrong, so there's no point in apologizing.
Okay, I guess there you have it. Lolo is never wrong. That
Lolo
is the
can do no
takeaway from
wrong.
this interview.